Good morning. We are still recovering from our winter blast yesterday and last night, and it's still blowing out there in some spots. It's just not as intense. It's winding down for us here this morning. You can see some low clouds on our Storm Team Skycam network, and we'll have some cloud cover hanging around here for the early part of the day as well. Let's take a look at what we have going on. First of all, the snow is slowly departing. Places like Fargo, Grand Forks are kind of winding down. You might still see some flurries out there. Over to the east, perhaps you might see a couple more snow showers, but you can see the bulk of this is moving off to the east for us now, with just a couple of places here where we have some light snow. One being down in the Sisseton Hills, up toward the Wheaton area, seeing a little bit of snow there. That is one area where we might get a little bit of accumulation yet, but the rest of the region, again, just seeing some very light snowflakes flying around, with the bulk of that snowfall happening in places like the Arrowhead of Minnesota and down into Minneapolis, St. Paul. So if you need to drive in that direction this morning, you're gradually going to run into some worse conditions here heading down I-94. Strong winds, of course, still sticking around. We're at 45 miles per hour for our wind gust in Fargo. It's 43 in Grand Forks and 43 in Sisseton. So kind of right in the heart of the Red River Valley, we have our strongest winds, though it's still breezy throughout much of the region. We've got a lot of gusts into the 30s this morning with that wind coming in out of the north. So once again, you morning commuters that have to travel a little bit, it's those east-west roadways that are going to still be that problem area for today. Keep in mind, we've had a lot of snow blowing across those roads, places where it melted and then temperatures dropped below freezing. So there are a lot of icy patches in the region, especially on those bridge decks, to watch out for. Our temperatures have been dropping. Yesterday and last night we're in the 20s to low 30s this morning. 30 degrees in Fargo and in Grand Forks, in the mid to upper 20s in many parts of the valley. Factor in some wind, and we feel like we're in the teens right now on your wind chill map. We're at 14 degrees in Fargo. It feels like 15 degrees in Grand Forks. So just downright cold here as we roll through the day. So for your visibility, expect to have some numbers that are going to be a little lower in the east, where we're still getting some flurries where the wind is still blowing around some of that fresh snow. We're looking at visibility less than 2 miles in Park Rapids, 3 in Bemidji, and we're at 4 miles in Fosston. Your weather alerts, we still have some in the valley, not as intense as yesterday, but still a winter weather advisory in effect this morning until the noon hour for places like Becker County and up through the Bemidji area, Hubbard County under this winter weather advisory. That's where we've got the blowing snow still happening. And that wind advisory until 7 a.m. in the Fargo-Moorhead area and south from there. So still dealing with the wind and a little bit of that snow blowing around. A look at your hour-by-hour planner for today. We've got those snow showers gradually departing. Notice we're still seeing a couple of pockets here, a couple of spotty areas where we're still getting a little bit of light snow through the morning, and that will continue into the noon hour. Then we really start to see these clouds ease up a little bit, start to pull away, and we get more sunshine gradually from west to east through the rest of the day and into the afternoon. So highs today only in the 30s. We'll get above freezing. That will help melt some of that snow that we got yesterday, but it's going to take a while in places like the Baudette area, where we had about 8 inches of snow in that region for that to melt. Wind out of the north still and slowly easing up, but still a little breezy even into the evening hours tonight. And we've got a cold night ahead, temperatures in the 20s late. Checking out your photo today is such a beautiful bright sun. It looks like a sunset in the Dalton area. Thank you, John, for sharing that with us over 10 Mile Lake. And your 7-day planner again today only in the 30s, windy still, and Saturday will be into the 40s for your highs, but we're starting off chilly. It's 20 degrees in Fargo. Sunday will be slightly warmer, than our next system rolls in late Sunday night and into Monday, and a couple of chances for those rain / snow events that could lead to some slick roads once again next week.
Definitely. Thank you, Lisa. Coming up here on the Valley today, Fargo police need your help trying to locate a missing man.
Plus, a historic music and dance venue that many in the Valley have probably been to at some point in their life burns to the ground. We've got the latest on what happened in Arthur yesterday and what people are doing to help coming up next.